All right, some of you were asking for updates on what's going on in the city, like what's going on back home and stuff like that. As of yesterday morning, there was a warehouse assembly in Chicago, whereas a warehouse that the government is taking warehouses that have been abandoned or they're not in commission anymore, and the city is taking those warehouses and turning them into migrant housing facilities. They hired a union to come in and kind of retrofit and update everything and make it livable for the migrants. But what ended up happening is when the union workers went to work to do what they were being paid to do, they found that there were migrants actually inside working, doing their job. So they went on strike outside the warehouse facility that they're being paid to actually make sure it's safe and livable for these migrants to be in. So now we're talking more money being put into illegal immigrants being in the city. They're being housed by the government instead of actually assisting veterans and homeless people and elderly that need the help in low-income areas. And then a week ago, there was a major protest outside of one of the migrant the schools that actually they took a school that was decommissioned or wasn't working anymore, and they put migrants in it. And a lot of the people from the community, Asian and Hispanic people that are legal, that have fought for citizenship here, and African American people, there weren't no really white people there, all went to this housing facility and stood in front of their building and protested. And there was tons of them. Open the doors, open the doors. And there's an Asian lady flying the American flag in the middle of everything as the center point for their protest. They want these people out of their communities. They don't want them in their communities. It's causing a lot of turmoil. It's causing a lot of stress. It's eating up a lot of the taxpayers' dollars. It's causing a lot of fights and aggravation in the streets. It's causing innocent people that never had to do bad things to actually do bad things to get their message across. It's causing people to get to the point where they want to be physical, they want to fight, and they want to remove people from their communities because the city's doing what they want to do without the community's input. The sad thing about this is the city's doing business with outside contract agencies that are not from Illinois to house these migrants and update these things instead of hiring people from the communities that they're taking away from and the state of Illinois in general, which is pretty sad. And now these people are coming forward and they're actually making their voice heard. The sad part about it is it's all like minorities. White people aren't getting involved at all. Most of these areas and stuff, white people aren't even going to actually help protest and participate with these people to actually make their voice heard. So it almost seems like immigrants, migrants, legal immigrants, legal migrants here and the minority community are going to be the ones that actually end up defending our, what would you call it? Our lifestyle, our American lifestyle. It's not even going to be the white American consensus that you would see. You would think as like the face of American or African American people that are from here that have lived their whole life. It's actually legal immigrants that came here paperwork wise that have fought years and years and years to bring their family here, that are out there in the streets saying that they've had enough themselves. And they're the ones that are fighting for the American way of life, the American dream, the American values. And it's not so much like American people that are out there with them doing it to back them up. That's a powerful message right there when you see legal immigrants that came here, that had to fight for everything that they have for years and years and years, protesting to get the illegal migrants out of here, illegal immigrants out of here. That's when you see something like that on your streets, around my business, around my neighborhood, that's not only is it powerful, it's also scary because it shows you the amount of frustration and aggravation and seriousness of physical injury that can come of this. It's already starting to happen. People are already starting to fight and get physical in the streets, and it's the legal migrants that are going after the illegal migrants, immigrants. They just don't want it. They don't think it's fair to them, their families, their kids, their schools, their hospitals, the apartments. They're just kind of just flat out tired of it, and they're taking it back to them. That's the status of things.